Hello, good evening. Okay, last class we discussed binary operations of the computer. Okay, all the binary arithmetic, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Okay, one bit and two's complement, one's complement, everything we are discussed. But today the thing is we are going to discuss the very important topic, and also for the competitive exam type also it's very important, like your PGCT, your IBPS, whatever it may be. 2 to 3 questions or some more than 2 to 3 questions will definitely arise in this topic, that is related to a computer operations. It means what? Basic operations of what? Your computer system. Guys, as we know that already, what is computer? It's an electronic devices, faster work, everything we know that about computer. But actually, how an computer system is going to take the input from the user and how it will process, and what are the different stages it will process that data. Okay, so guys, we know everything that we are passing the data to the computer through our input devices. Okay, our input devices is nothing but our keyboard, definitely. Okay, so it may be a mouse, keyboard, we are giving the input data to that. Then it takes that input data and passing to the several devices, several parts in the computer organization, and in several parts how the data will be processing and how the output will be generating, and those things we are discussing today. It's a very important topic, guys. Let me start. Today we are discussing what? Basic operations of the computer system. Those are namely inputting, outputting, storage. Okay, and so many controlling is there, and inputting is there, outputting is there, processing is there, and these all 4 stages it will the user data will passes through the computer, and finally the block diagram is there. Okay, through that diagram how inputting it takes, how output will produces, what is happening in inputting. Okay, what is happening in a storage. The storage is mainly dividing into 2 types, primary storage and secondary storage, obviously. Okay, then finally into the what? Outputting. So we'll discuss by I am going to share the screen right now. Okay,
computer system. Okay, so guys, I already told that there are 5 basic operations of the computer system, mainly 4, but so coming to the organization, we can say that the 5 basic operations of the computer system. So first one is what, guys? Inputting. Okay, so what actually inputting is nothing but, okay, we know that this is a real process we are doing with the computer system, a hardware machine. It means we are entering some data through the keyboard. Okay, that is nothing but what? Inputting. It means what? The process of entering data and instructions into the computer system. Okay, suppose you guys are written on program, okay, addition of 2 numbers. So okay, so you are accepting some any input from any 2 numbers like integer numbers. Okay, int a is equal to some 10, int b is equal to some 20. You have to enter 10 and 20 values from the keyboard. That is nothing but what? You are giving input into the computer system. Okay, to do some task. Okay, so this is called what? The process of entering data and instructions into the computer system is nothing but what? Inputting. Okay, then next is what? Storing. Okay, storing means what, guys? Is as a common sense we are nothing but what? It is saving some data into the our some local systems. Okay, so likewise also in computer system, storing is nothing but what? Saving data and instructions to make them readily available for the initial or additional processing whenever required. Okay, suppose guys, we all are using Gmail, WhatsApp, everything. Okay, so could somebody send some pic to the your WhatsApp, and then you guys are going to what? Clicking on it is okay, you are able to visual that one. You guys can also download to the your local, your Gmail attachment you can download. Okay, so it is stored in the some cloud. Okay, your Gmail is nothing but it's a cloud application. It is stored in some cloud. You want to download that one means can download into your local. So it's nothing but what? So some data is there, that data it having some instructions that can readily available for the initial or for the future use. For that purpose we are going to store them in the some area. Okay, so that is nothing but what? A storing. Okay, so next is what? Processing. Okay, what do you mean by processing? Okay, processing means what to process actually? Whatever the input you guys are given, okay, or whatever the any data you guys are stored somewhere in your computer system, you have to process that one. Okay, suppose you guys are stored some file in some C folder. Okay, you want to copy that one and paste into the D folder. So you did copy it from the C folder and you pasted it in D folder. What happens? The processing happens behind. Okay, or else you guys are using calculator. Okay, you are adding 100 plus 200. Okay, after you are entering, okay, when you entered you are getting 300 result. How the 300 getting? Okay, so some processes, arithmetic processes happening to the given input data. So it's nothing but processing is nothing but what? Some arithmetic operations. It may be addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, or so many things. Okay, arithmetic addition, binary addition, whatever it may be. Okay, or some logical operations, comparison, logical gates, and gate, or gate, not gate, and so many gate operations. It means logical operations are less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, is equal to, so many. These things are what? So these arithmetic operations and logical operations. Okay, so to do these operations, to process this type of operations, it means what? That some data logically or arithmetically you are converting them into some useful operations. This is nothing but what? Processing. It can be done by your computer system. Okay, inside. Okay, inside means it takes some instructions as inputting, and you want to store that one, store somewhere, and you want to process that data means processing. In processing, what happens? Take the inputs, okay, process like your arithmetic operations and logical operations, and finally convert them into what? Some useful operations. Okay, so next, outputting. So what I mean by outputting? Okay, you guys already know that outputting is nothing but, so useful information we are going to get, or useful information we are going to see, that one. Okay, so it's nothing but the process of producing useful information or results for the user, such as printed report or visual display. It's a graphical user interface, GUI based output you are going to show that. Suppose you run the C program, you will see in the black screen some output. Okay, suppose you run some Visual Basic, some any applet or web application, it's like a GUI. You can see the browsers in the result you can see in the browsers. Okay, there is nothing but user can view that one. Okay, like that. So outputting is nothing but producing some useful information. Okay, it's like a running on any program or running any task. You can see that one, what is the expected result came out. Okay, so it can be viewed by any report kind or visual display. It is nothing but outputting. Okay, this is your computer also having the capacity to produce the proper output. Okay, next, controlling. What actually controlling means? Okay, controlling means controlling, guys. Okay, so all the what? It's a sum. What here? See, directed the manner and sequence in which all the above operations are performed. Controlling the data. Okay, so you have to control the all the user data. Okay, that can be some any operations, or that can be any outputting will be there, storing will be there, anything else. Okay, it can be controllable by computer system. That is what is the controlling. See here, some organization of the computer is there. Okay, so here so many units, mainly 5 units. So first one is input unit, next one is the storage unit, output unit, control unit, and arithmetic and logical unit. There are mainly 5 types of units are there available. So each unit is having, okay, each unit is doing some task. So suppose take input unit. What input unit? It takes the program and data from the end user or user, okay, and it passes to the some other storage, okay, device. Okay, we can to store, then you can do any controlling operations. You can control unit, then you can do any arithmetic and logical units on that user data, and finally into the output unit. Some output unit is nothing but some result. Okay, you are running on program, you are getting some output, means it's the result, some information. Okay, so then each and individual unit, what it actually includes and what it actually tells. Okay, so first one is input unit. An input unit of a computer system performs the some following functions. Okay, as we know that, but we will discuss one by one to clear about that what actually input unit is doing, what actually input unit it includes, and what actually input unit happening inside the input unit. Okay, it accepts the instruction and data from the outside world. Yes, it accepts in instructions and data from the outside world, means as a user we giving to the instruction to do some task. Okay, It converts these instruction and data in computer acceptable form. Yes, obviously, computer can understand only binary number systems, binary operations, binary language. It converts whatever we are given the instructions, data, and computer acceptable form is a binary language. It will convert. Okay, it supplies the converted instruction and data to the computer system for further processing. Yes, you have given the some instructions as input. Okay, then it converts, and what to do next? You have to do arithmetic operations, you have to do next logical operations, or you are going to store that one somewhere. Okay, like that it supplies the converted instruction and data to the computer system for further next processing. So next one is what? Output unit. Okay, we know that one. So what actually functioning this output unit? Okay, it accepts the result produced by the computer which are in coded form and hence cannot be easily understood by us. Yes, definitely. What it actually, it accepts the result produced by the computer. The output unit take the computer produced processed data and produce a result. Okay, which are in the form of what? Some coded form, and hence it cannot be easily understood by as a human beings us. It converts these coded result into human acceptable form. It means what? We can easily readable that one, you can easily understandable that one, that form the output unit is converting. Okay, suppose we done that one something, any two's complement, two numbers we have done, any two's complement or one's complement or any binary subtraction of big digits of numbers. Okay, so if it is in coded form we can't understand that one, but it helps, the output unit helps to, it is in the coded result to human acceptable or human readable form. That is the main powerful thing of the output unit. Okay, it also supplies to convert the result in the outside world, means as a human readable. Okay, in the form human can understand the output to easily understand that one. Okay, so this is what output. Next is a storage unit. Storage unit, what actually is nothing but I already told that primary storage and secondary storage, there are two types of storage units are available. So actually first, what actually the storage unit? Okay, so what it holds, what it stores. Okay, so data and instructions required for processing. Okay, is definitely the storage unit. So what store? It to store data and instructions required for the processing received from the input devices like a keyboard or mouse, whatever it may be you are giving from the keyboard things. Okay, intermediate results of processing. Yes, it what? It intermediate result. It produces what? Intermediate result of intermediate results for the processing. Okay, from control unit is processing and is going to be storing unit. Okay, final results of the processing before they are released to the output device. Yes, what happens here is very important. Final results of processing. Okay, before they are released to an output device, before going to the output devices, they are going to what? They release the result in processing, what to process from the as a given user inputs. So I already told that there are two types of storages, primary storage and secondary storage. Then we'll discuss one by one what is this primary storage and what is this secondary storage. Okay, so primary storage. Okay, so primary storage, what it actually, what is the task of this primary storage? Is used to hold running program instructions. Yes. What it does, it is going to hold running program instructions temporarily. Used to hold data, intermediate results and results of the ongoing process of jobs. Okay, yes, definitely. So your computer is nothing but there will be some jobs. It's nothing but operating system concept will come. Okay. So it holds the temporary data and intermediate results and up to result of ongoing process of jobs. Okay, this is a primary storage, and it is a fast in operations. Definitely, it is a fast in operations, and it is having the storage small capacity. Like you can say that buffer, register. Okay, and it's a very having what? A small capacity to store. It is a temporary storage. That's what. Okay, next it is a expensive. Yes, you can say that is a primary storage is expensive, and it is volatile. Yes, why you can say that is volatile? There is a chance of loss of data and the power dissipation. Yes, okay, so this is the one of the disadvantages of primary storage. It is a volatile, there is a loss of data and power dissipation. So this is what enter the primary storage. Next is what? A secondary storage. Okay, the second part of the storage unit is what? Secondary storage, used to hold store program instructions. Secondary storage is mainly used for what? to hold some stored program instructions. Okay, what are these stored program instructions? In depth we will discuss in the next class. Okay, so just understand how the secondary storage helps to, and how the secondary storage is the part of the storage unit, how the primary storage is the part of storage unit. Obviously both are storing only, holding some data. Okay, but bit difference. Primary storage is very fast and it is the secondary storage is little bit is slower as compared to the primary storage. Okay, also secondary storage used to hold data and information for stored jobs. Yes, it's going to what, hold data and information of what, a stored jobs. Slower than primary storage, definitely it is having more capacity, that's what it is slower. Primary storage is having less capacity, that is what it is a very fast. Okay, so next is lot cheaper than primary storage. As compared to the primary storage, it is very cheaper. Okay, you can see cheaper, so it means what guys, it is having huge data. Okay, so huge data storage capacity is there, means what, it cannot be faster. So we can say that the feature wise it is a cheaper that of the primary storage. Okay, next, retains data even without power. Yes, when power now dissipation happens also, it retains its capacity to have the retains the data, and the power dissipation also happens. Okay, so this is what the storage unit. Okay, so next one is what, arithmetic and logical unit, ALU. In short form we can say that ALU, arithmetic and logical unit. So by the unit name itself, arithmetic and logic, two words are there. Okay, so arithmetic means what, all arithmetic operations, arithmetic addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. And logical operations means your logic gates, and or not, less than equal to, greater than or equal to. Okay, so many things are there. Okay, these all operations, okay, happening in the which unit, arithmetical and logical. Then what this unit is happening inside, arithmetic logical unit of the computer system is the place where the actual execution of the instructions takes place during processing operations. Yes, what happens, the actual execution of the instructions, okay, it takes place in where, arithmetical and logical unit, during what, during processing operation. Suppose if I written one program, execute all arithmetic operations. Okay, so addition, subtraction, multiplication, if anything program is executed successfully and we got the output, means that actual program, actual logical operations and arithmetic operations will happen in the this unit, that is nothing but arithmetical and logical unit. Okay, in this part of the computer organization part, the logical and arithmetic operations things are actually here executing, and finally it is going to be producing the output. Okay, so this is what different parts of the computer organization. So here are some expected questions. So many people are going for the IBPS and MCA and MSc entrance. Okay, so based on the discussed topics, here I am giving some MCQs and recently MCQs, and also some objective type of the questions. Okay, so you guys can solve these things, and by next class I'm going to the central processing unit in-depth discussion. Okay, so you guys can go through these questions, and is there any doubts, is there any questionnaires, let me know that one, and in depth we will discuss the things. Okay, so these things are very very important if you guys are going for the IBPS, MC entrance and MTech entrance. So very very important, go through this one. Okay, thank you, see you on the next class.